It's time, bro. We getting into the nitty gritty. I'm gonna take my drink. Refreshing. YouTube. What's going on, man? It's your boy Mike, and we are back with another video. And today, bro, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero was nominated, I think, last night for best fighting game, or is in the conversation for best fighting game of the year. And I'm not even gonna lie. Like I stated before in my last video, Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat, or Street Fighter 6 is the only comment you have against Sparking Zero. All these other games are not beating that shit, bro. Street Fighter 6 is really the only comment. Tekken and Mortal Kombat, not so much. But if you want a more complex and a more actual technical mechanical type of fucking fighting game, you will go for Tekken. If you want to have fun or go back to nostalgia and shit, and you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want to combo up and some shit like that on Sparking Zero. Sparking Zero is a game. Tenkaichi is a game, period. Tenkaichi is that series that had us in a chokehold our whole childhood. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Tekken 8, of course, is I want to say a more complex and a more competitive type of game, because in Sparking Zero, all you can do is just instant spark and just completely eviscerate your fucking opponent's health bar with one fucking attack. It's kind of stupid. But once that patch comes, oh yeah, just don't worry about it. It's like that right now, but once that fucking patch comes, it's gonna go crazy. So what we have here is a list of fighting games. Basically, these are basically the contenders for fighting game of the year. Now, what's wrong with this list? I'm gonna give y'all at least 10 seconds to tell me what the fuck is wrong with this list. 10 seconds up, bitch. Street Fighter 6 is not on this list. If Street Fighter 6 was on this list, it would have been unanimous MVP. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You mean to tell me? Don't get me wrong, Sparking Zero definitely deserves to be on this list. Tekken 8 definitely deserves to be on this list. Multiverse, not so much. But Grand Blue Fantasy and Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Club, you mean to tell me Mortal Kombat? I wouldn't even want that on this list. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I would not want that on this list. I feel like Mortal Kombat. No, matter of fact, fuck yeah. Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat should be on this list over the top two. Multiverse, I would take that, because Multiverse is like a modern day Super Smash Bros. So Multiverse, I'll let that slide. But you mean to tell me Street Fighter 6 nor Mortal Kombat made it on this list? Hello? What are we doing? What are we doing? Game Awards, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? So last night, right, I cast my vote. Obviously I voted for I obviously voted Sparking Zero, you feel me? Tekken 8, I got into it a lot, bro, but Sparking Zero is just more fun. I'm sorry, it's more fun. Only thing you can say that Tekken 8 got over Sparking Zero is how how the mechanics in there work, and how it's more you actually have to train for your combos. You don't got to do the same combo. That's really the only two things you got over. But I feel like a lot of people don't understand you can have that in Tekken, and that is the better fighting game. But that's only in terms of technical. I almost about to say some dumbass shit, but in terms of the tech and mechanics that you have in that game. Now, Sparking Zero is the continuation of what if not the best fucking fighting game franchise in Tenkaichi. Sparking Zero is the continuation of BT3, and BT3 is the game that had us in a chokehold all of our childhood, and not even just BT3, BT2, BT1, the Budokai series, Rage and Blast series, fucking shit, the Burst Limit, all them other Dragon Ball games, Infinite World, all them other Dragon Ball games had us in a chokehold our entire fucking childhoods, bro. And I'm gonna just keep it a buck. If you think just because Tekken 8 is more complex and more mechanic wise, and that's gonna be the reason why it wins, you're dumb as fuck. You do realize that we are in a world where nostalgia is literally the MVP, that everyone just goes based off of nostalgia, which is a dumbass fucking thing to do, because nostalgia does not carry a lot of the shit that a lot of people want OG Fortnite and Fortnite. They want Fortnite to come back in with the OG style and shit, because all this other shit they add is just fucking worthless. They want all these other shit from BT3 to come in on the new Sparking Zero shit, which is fucking stupid, because no, that was back in the 2000s, nigga. 2000 and low, 2000 and negative 2000s, nigga. What the fuck? You got OG niggas want all this extra shit from Black Ops 2 to come to Black Ops 6. It's just nostalgia never wins. You feel me? But this is the continuation of a fucking franchise that we've been waiting for to drop a game for 17 fucking years. If you don't think Sparking Zero's finna win, you're fucking delusional. I'm sorry. in a world where nostalgia is literally what's carrying a lot of these people's visions, whatever you want to look. If you think nostalgia not finna win us this fucking shit, I don't know what it. Now look, Tekken 8 deserves to win it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Tekken 8 to me is the definition of a fighting game. Like all fighting games can be in the same fighting game category, but we're talking about an actual fighting game where it takes skill to win. Tekken 8 is your game. Don't give a fuck when nobody say argue with your mama. I'm a Sparking Zero. I'm a diehard Sparking Zero fanboy. I don't give a shit. I love the game. The game is a 10, not a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 for me, because they get once that big patch come, 10 out of 10. Don't care. But Tekken 8, I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you're looking for a game to like actually like fight and not just abuse random shit, mechanics, metas, all that other shit, is like a Sparking Zero or Mortal Kombat, where you got them the cameo assist that just broken and shit. You got all the other alarm, shut up. All that other shit in Street Fighter. Street Fighter don't really got nothing. So Street Fighter and Tekken are your two games if you actually want to like throw hands with somebody. Now Sparking Zero, of course, you can throw hands with somebody in Sparking Zero. Of course, I've thrown hands with a few people that actually know how to play the game instead of just spam ults. I have so many clips of me making people rage quit that just spam ults. It's not fun. I can tell you right now for a fact, it's not fun. I have so many clips I'm about to post, as a matter of fact. I got some clips on Twitter that I posted already. Make sure you go follow my Twitter. It's actually down here below. Yeah, that's me right there. I fought against President Rose. The man is like so fucking good at that game, bro. I gotta get on his level. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. You call me glazing. You can say I'm glazing all the fuck you want to. I don't care. Sparking Zero is one of those games where you can get good and it can be technical and it can just be you and your mans just throwing hands instead of just like spamming supers all day. I watched the video, or I watched the stream with Rose and Afro Senju was doing there throwing hands and shit. You feel me? It's just like you can throw hands in Sparking Zero. It's just, here's what I'm gonna say, right? A lot of the people try to blame it on Sparking Zero because Dragon Ball, as we know, Dragon Ball is like one of the most hated fucking franchises ever. When you create peak like that, Akira Toriyama, RIP to the GOAT, he gave us something that had a chokehold on us for 40 years. Today, on this day, 40 years ago, Dragon Ball would have been created. Akira Toriyama gave us something that literally motivated us to become better. It held a place in our hearts, and it will never go away. Dragon Ball will always be the greatest anime of all time. Sorry, not sorry. If you want to argue, you can argue with your mama, cry about it. I don't give a fuck. Stats say otherwise. Nostalgia say otherwise. Shit, not even just nostalgia. Our childhood says otherwise. Dragon Ball will forever always be the greatest thing, the greatest piece of fiction ever. But the thing is, when you have something that is that good and that peak, it gets hated on. Take LeBron, for example. Everybody know LeBron is the GOAT. Come on, bro. Everybody know LeBron is the GOAT. But them 6 rings that MJ got, they'll hold on to that conversation forever, right? But when you bring in some other shit, common sense, I'm going to use Bill Russell as common sense, because Bill Russell got what? 12 rings? You bring that into the conversation, niggas just shut the fuck up. When you bring Dragon Ball in the conversation, people hate on Dragon Ball for no particular reason. You bring common sense to a conversation, they just shut the fuck up. You feel me? So it's like, bro, Dragon Ball will forever and always be the greatest piece of fiction created, bro. And people don't like that. You see on the community tabs and all this other shit about Sparking Zero, how about Sparking Zero gonna flunk, Sparking Zero gonna flop, Sparking Zero is ass, Sparking Zero this, Sparking Zero that, right? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, a lot of those people are doing this shit for clicks. Don't care what nobody say. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero deserves to be up here. For a Tenkaichi game that we've waited on for 17 years, that's already won Player Choice Awards, on top of already being shown at EVO, that to me just sounds like a game worth being on the fucking fighting games of the year. But you know, a lot of people don't like the fact that it made it there because they're either bad at the game, need cheesy mechanics to abuse, or like to win because they know for a fact that when that patch come, they finna drop the game because that's all they really did to win the game. You see a lot of people that are saying that like, oh, if they patch this and that, I'm just not gonna play Sparking Zero no more. But at the end of the day, y'all are the problem. You feel me? It is what it is. You look. You can never bring that up to somebody because they're gonna get mad. It's just how it is, bro. It's just how it is. But Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, I feel like deserves to be up here, bro. It's a little disappointing that Street Fighter 6 and fucking Mortal Kombat is not up here, bro. It's now Marvel versus Capcom, right? I'm gonna say this with the utmost respect. I love fighting games. I fucking adore fighting games, bro. I adore fighting games. with a passion. Marvel versus Capcom should not be up here, bro. This is a collection. This is a collection, bro. This isn't even fucking like the original game. This is a collection, like a whole bit of it all together. This isn't even a full fucking game. Well, I think it is, but like it's like a collection. Like, you feel me? Like, you know how the collections be, like how the premium editions, all these other editions and shit. Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat should be up here. Those two. I'm okay. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not scared of Tekken, because Tekken 8, like I said, the only reason why people are saying Tekken 8 should win is because it's more of a fighting game. It's more of a fighting game than Sparking Zero. But the thing is, Sparking Zero, it's not even that. It's a fighting game. You can combo up in there. You can do a lot of shit. You can be technical in there. You can use the mechanics against you. Look, but the thing is, there is a difference between the game being the problem and the community being the problem. Right now, Sparking Zero is the community. It's not even the game. The game is fine. Well, the game is not fine. It got a lot of shit. It got a lot of shit that need to be fixed. But it's the community behind it. You got these goofy ass niggas out here that rage quit because they suck at the game. They can't spam, or they basically just got bad connection. It's just literally what it is. You feel me? It's the community behind it. A lot of people don't want to say that because they'll rather be negative and rage bait to get clicks, other than speak the truth. I'm gonna speak the truth. I don't give a fuck. A lot of the motherfuckers in their comments be trying to give me all these little paragraphs of why they feel Sparking Zero not it, but it's just as simple as it's not the game, it's a community. They don't want to have that conversation though, but it is what it is. Tekken 8, I feel like I haven't seen anything wrong with the game, other than obviously the first month of it being out, it was like straight tragic. It was just like the connections. It was hard to get into matches. Basically the same shit you see with Sparking Zero, except it was no cheesy shit in there. You feel me? I feel like a lot of people don't understand that day one games will not be perfect. That's why they're shaming Sparking Zero. They're trying to shame Sparking Zero as best as they possibly fucking can, because it's the first month the game has been out. They can shame it as much as they want to, but guess what? It won Player Choice Award. It's getting showed at Evo before the bitch even fucking released. And it's getting nominated for Game of the fucking Year or Fighting Game of the Year. Now, that Black Myth Wukong, that's gonna get Game of the Year. I said that in my stream when the game first fucking dropped. When Sparking Zero first dropped, I said it straight with a straight face. Black Myth Wukong is gonna be Game of the Year. But what I don't understand is why a DLC of Elden Ring is in the conversation. Now, I don't know what game could have slid in there. I don't know if like because there was a bunch of games that I haven't played yet this year, and there's a bunch of games that I have played, just forgot about. But I like, why put a DLC in there? That's what fucked the list up for me. Black Myth Wukong, if it was Elden Ring or Black Myth Wukong, then cool. But you put the DLC of Elden Ring in there, it was just dumb. But Tekken 8 is the only comp on this list for Sparking Zero. Multiverse, not so much. Grand Blue Fantasy, I'm not even gonna lie, this shouldn't even be up here, bro. Street Fighter 6 should be, Mortal Kombat, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, or Fighting Collection, whatever you want to say. I would say this is a 45 to 50%, like me being sure this being on this list. That's cool. I'm sort of okay with that. But Grand Blue Fantasy over Street Fighter 6 is fucking insane to me. That's why I see. Look, if Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat were on this, it would have been between Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter 6. Sparking Zero wouldn't even be in the conversation. But it's between Tekken 8 and Sparking Zero, and all these other games. Sparking Zero for sure it's probably gonna win. That's my take. Tekken 8 should win. But me personally, I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna say Sparking Zero gonna win. Argue with your mama, I don't give a fuck. Sparking Zero gonna win. I'm gonna say it. And I feel as though people don't understand that because they're more so worried about, like, I guess how the game has only been out for a month and that it's buggy and shit like that. Even though we said not to worry and act like we don't know how game development goes. And I feel like a lot of the community that is complaining don't know how game development is, unless they just hiding it behind the sheer fact that they just want clicks and then they just like rage baiting. It's one or the other, bro. But that's it for this video, man. Look, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has done so much. It has gotten so many achievements, so many things that this game has done, and the only motherfucker only been out for a month. It's only been out for a month, bro. And a lot of people don't like the fact that it's doing so good, so they try to force all these little assumptions and all these little fucking dumbass takes and all this other shit on Sparking Zero, and saying like, oh my god, the game is ass, you still play it. Oh my god, the game ain't giving me no content, you still posting about it. Oh my god, the community is ass, the community is this and that. Then leave. You feel me? It's just like, bro, it's a simple answer to a simple question. Y'all making it seem like the game is never gonna be perfect. Look at Tekken 8. Day one, service was dog shit. Nothing to do. It's still nothing to do in that game, but just fight in a competitive way. Don't get me wrong, it got the little arcade mode, the little volleyball shit, but if that's the case, Sparking Zero has custom battles, world tournaments, and episode battles. And you can create your own what ifs. You want to compare content and shit, Tekken 8 don't got a lot of shit. Just saying. But they don't want to have that conversation. And then on top of that, Bandai, or not even just Bandai, but Juniper Time put up a server, talk about adding shit in there. Did Tekken 8 do that? I don't think so. But it is what it is. But yeah, that's it for this video, man. Be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification so you don't miss a video. And all that being said, man, your boy Mike is out, bro. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.